Hello and welcome to Unreal Made Easy. And in today's tutorial, I'm going to go over the event tick. First, I'm going to tell you what the event tick is and how it works. Then I'm going to show you how to start and stop the event tick. And then finally, we're going to have a little bit of fun and create our own very custom event tick. So let's not waste any time and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with a fresh new project. And inside the project, we're going to go to the content folder. Starting with the content folder, go to third person, go to blueprints. Let's go ahead and open up a third person character. All right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with setting up the event tick code. So let's go ahead and pull up our event tick. Okay, so right here, you can only have one of these per character blueprint, and it basically executes an event every frame. But for our example, we're going to slow that down by using a delay. And for that delay, we're going to go ahead and do 1.2. And then we're also going to use a print string to see what's going on. All right, so we're going to just go ahead and say here, I am a event, or the original event tick. And yeah, we can display that for every second. And then what we're going to do is, we can leave everything like this, do a compile, save. And we're going to take this right here, we're going to drag this over. And then what we're going to do is go into the graph here, or I'm sorry, into the project. And you can see every second it says I am the original event tick. So that's what an event tick does. All right, now let's go ahead and hit escape out of that. Let's go to third person blueprint. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you two different ways on how you can start and stop this event tick. So first way, we're going to right click and we're going to look for a 1 key. That'll be we'll use that for our first example. Let's go and move this over so we're not touching that. And then next, we're going to do the 2 key, which is right here. Move that over. Okay. Now, we want to use a new node called tick enabled. What is it? Tick actor. Set tick actor enabled. We're going to duplicate this by letting it be highlighted. Do a Control D for the duplication. We're going to hook these up, move them over, and then what we want to do is we want to set up a print string. Like so. And for this print string, we're going to say, original event tick, in parentheses, stopped. And we're going to use the red color to display that. And hit OK. And then we want to do the same thing over here. We're going to duplicate that, highlight it, Control D. We're going to make that a green color. And we're going to connect that up. And instead of stop, we're going to do started. Like so. And I think we're going to have these, we could do 5 seconds for display time. And then so if we want it to be started back, okay, so when we hold down the button, it's going to stop it. When we release the button, it's going to start it. Okay. Now, we're going to take this and we're going to copy this over here, do a Control D. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use a new node called a flip-flop. Select the flip-flop. And we're going to use that for that. And actually, what we're going to do is, I don't really want to do it this way. So we're going to switch these around. So we're going to make it enabled when we push it the first time and disabled the second time. And then I want to switch these two nodes around. So we can do a Alt, left click, Alt, left click here. Just put one on the bottom, one on the top. Hook them up like so. And then do a compile and save. So we got the started, when it's enabled, stopped here. Same for the other side. Let's go ahead and take a look, see how that works. All right, so we're in our event graph. The event tick is going off. We can just go ahead and we can hold down the 1 key, and it says the event has stopped. If we release it, it'll start it right back up again. Now, let's go ahead and look at the number 2 key. Same thing. We hit it once. Notice it said started even though it was already running. That's okay. That's because it enabled it. If we hit it again, the flip-flop will switch to stopped, which will instantly cause it to stop and finish that tick event. All right, moving on. Let's go ahead and do our third. We're going to do our third example here. And this is going to be a custom tick that you can make yourself. So we're going to right click. We're going to do the 3 key just to keep everything consistent. Okay, and for this example, we're going to use something called a set timer by event. So we're going to do a set timer by event. There we go. Now, what we're going to have to do is we have to create an event. So we're going to call this custom event. Yeah, custom event. And we're going to name this a health tick. Oh, I guess we don't have to space it. We just put health and then tick. Enter. Now, every time this event goes off, we want to do a print string that tells us that, hey, that you have gained 3 space health. And then for this one, we're going to let that sit out for about 5 seconds. We're going to change the color to green for the text. So this will display for 5 seconds. Now, for this right here, so it's going to start this event, but it'll only start it every 2 seconds. So within 2 seconds, it'll start it. That's only one time. But if you click here for looping, it'll keep doing it every 2 seconds. Now, we're going to set up another print string. Highlight that, Control D. And what we're going to say here is that instead of saying this, we're going to say healing tick started. I last for 20 seconds. And in order to make that happen, we're going to have to delay. So this is going to keep running, and then we're going to need to delay it for 20 seconds. So we're going to do a delay node. And we're going to do for 20 seconds. Now, after 20 seconds, that's when we want to drag off of here. And we're going to do, I think it's clear, yeah, clear handle. And that's going to stop this event. That's going to stop the set timer event. And then to make even more sense, we're going to, well, let's compile and save. Highlight this print string. Go over here. Do a duplicate. Connect it. And then right here, healing tick started for 6. We're going to say healing tick complete. Healing tick complete. We're going to use yellow for that. And yeah, we'll use yellow for this as well. Just to let us know that, hey, we started, we stopped, everything's done. Okay, do a compile and a save. Go back to the third person map and let's go ahead and let's test that out. Hit the play button. Now, we've got the original tick going, so let's go ahead. We're going to hit that once, hit it twice. That's going to stop that tick so we don't have to keep seeing that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hit the 3 key. Healing tick started, and that lasts for 20 seconds. Now, for the next 20 seconds, you're going to gain 3 health. So it's going to keep going and going. We'll just watch it as it goes. And then when it's done, it's going to tell us, hey, healing tick complete. All right. I got one more final thing to show you. So that is inside of this third-person character blueprint. Now remember, this event tick can be used only once in each in a blueprint. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all this code here. We're going to highlight this, right? We'll do a Control X. That's just going to cut it out of the blueprint. We can compile, save. It's okay. And next, we're going to go to third-person map. And then from here, we're going to select this icon here. And we're going to open up the level blueprint. The level blueprint means this whole level here, that's its blueprint. We can close out of third person. Oh, I'm sorry. We can close out of that. But we're going to go back to the third-person map, open the blueprint level. All right, so right here, we're just going to do a Control V. Left click on there first, Control V. And now all of our code is here. And we're going to, the only thing we did was we transferred the code from the third person to the third person map. So we're going to compile and save, and we're going to play our level. So now, before when I had this code on me, it was on the character. So if I went to a level, this code follows me. But this code now is currently only in this level. So if I want to stop this level or stop this code, everything still has the same functionality. So we can hit 2, that started, 2 again, and it stopped. We can hit the 3 key and start the healing tick, our custom tick. And that is how you can do all tick events, starting and stopping and creating your own custom one. I hope this was helpful, and please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.